I'm going to try that again with the mic on.
There we go.
Welcome to Unity Community. We are so happy to have you here on this beautiful day. We welcome you wherever you are. I know we have people watching from Florida and Texas and Washington, and who knows where else you might be, but we are glad that you're here. And we welcome you no matter who you are, the color of your skin, your politics, the place that you came from. Everything about you, whether you're gay, lesbian, trans, it doesn't matter to us. We welcome you. So thank you for being here. Please join us in saying our mission statement together. We are a vibrant, welcoming, multi-generational, prosperous community, embodying love and awakening spiritual consciousness. So let's get our energy going with some music from Soulshine.
We got a fun call and response one. No matter what I say, you're going to sing State on Freedom. Then I might say something else, no matter what I say. And you say, State on Freedom. And that's how we do the whole song until this part. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Here we go. I'm walking and talking with my mind. State on freedom. I'm walking and talking with my mind, yeah. State on freedom. I'm walking and talking with my mind. State on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning with my mind. You sing, go. State on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind, yeah. Stayed on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Here we go. I'm singing and dancing with my mind. Yeah. Stayed on freedom. I'm singing and dancing in my mind, yeah. Saved on freedom. I'm singing and dancing with my mind. Yeah. Stayed on freedom. Hallelujah. 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 All right, we're going to switch this up a little bit. Here we go. This little light of mine. Everybody. I'm going to let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's do that again. Oh, this little light of mine, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, yeah. This little light of mine, yeah. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, all across the universe, all across the universe. I'm gonna let it shine. Keep letting it shine all across the universe. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, Lord, yeah, all across the universe. Space. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I woke up this morning with my mind, you sing. Stayed on freedom. Oh, I woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on freedom. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much. And now we're going to move over to celebrations. It's just raining celebrations in this community. Let's welcome Tamara.
Why, thank you, Jane. It's Reverend Tam here, calling in all the rain clouds and get all the rain we can in here. And I am so delighted to be in the sanctuary to celebrate with everybody. Sherry says she's celebrating my bike, birthday, bunnies, bountiful harvest. Sherry, were you planning on giving me tongue twisters today? And being beyond expectation. Wow, that is something truly to celebrate. Victor, we're waiting for an invitation. It has built out a pot of homemade chili. That sounds pretty darn amazing. Laurel shared with us, I moved my family company from Fort Collins, Colorado, where it's been for 20 plus years, to Bend this week. Welcome home, Laurel. Lisa wants to celebrate that for the last year and a half, she got to love two very special kids who she misses so much. Ron submitted, I want to celebrate the opportunity to celebrate with a loving, open, accepting spiritual community in Central Oregon called Unity. Namaste. Naomi is thankful for the rain. Thank you, Naomi. It reminded me of what to wear today. Alicia, enjoying the health benefits of 38 days caffeine-free and 33 days alcohol-free and counting. I am enjoying the benefits so much that I may never want to consume those things again. I, Tam, celebrate Mental Health Awareness Week that ends today. I brought some of my tools for my own mental health. And Jane submitted that she had a phenomenally fun leaf fight with my 9-year-old grandson. Thank you for submitting your celebrations to all of us here at Unity Central Oregon.
That's great. Thank you, Tamara. And thank you for everybody who submitted those. It's so fun to share those celebrations together. So we're going to move now into prayer. And I would like to invite you, first of all, to fill out the prayer claim forms. They're right there. You have to click on, if you're on Facebook, you click on More, and then you'll see the link, and you just click on that link and fill it out as we're talking. If you're not on Facebook, then you go to our website, and you click on Connect for Prayer and fill it out there. It's important that you do that because we want to pray together. We used to get so many prayer claims when we were here in the sanctuary, and so we know that y'all are good at claiming prayer. What we're not so sure about is if you know how to operate the keyboard. We know you can do a pen, but please, just join in so that we can keep this energy going. It's part of our juju that we pray so beautifully together. As I was driving here, I had to pull over for a fire engine, and I saw several more go by. So I don't know what's going on north of here, but something is. And something like that is going on in a lot of places in the world right now. Whatever is emerging from the challenges in our lives, we hold that higher vision together, and we hold the people who are challenged. We hold them so closely and tenderly, reminding them through our awareness that the challenges that we face are not our reality. They are opening doors, helping us to move through them into an awareness of higher consciousness. And they are challenging doors to open. Like the birth canal, it isn't an easy path to get from one place in consciousness to the other. And that's what we do in prayer. We hold one another and we midwife one another in consciousness into a higher place where there is more life available. more adventure, more opportunity to contribute the light that we are. And so for all of those who are facing challenges, whatever they might be, challenges of health, challenges of disaster, challenges of broken hearts, we hold them so closely. And we also hold in prayer all of those who are in a place right now of celebrating. My niece got married yesterday, and I was sad that I couldn't be there, and I was so happy for her and her experience. And so we are celebrating too. We are celebrating birthdays and anniversaries and new pets and new babies and getting pregnant and getting married and moving to new places, moving businesses. We are celebrating life, and we hold all of those celebrations and those who are celebrating in our hearts. And we know that although to everything there is a season, the sun that shines over all of those seasons is the sun of higher consciousness. It is life, it is light, it is love. And that is what we claim, that we keep our awareness there. Let's take this into song.
Still and know I am. Let go and know I am. I
Love is our ultimate reality, everywhere present and whole. It radiates abundantly and continually creates good in my life and in the world. As we gratefully acknowledge the presence and power of love now, we see the people and circumstances we hold in prayer healed and illumined by love. And so it is. And now let's move into meditation. Let us imagine that we are on a ship and we are heading for a new land, a new consciousness. We are leaving behind that which has kept us small, that which has imprisoned us. And we are heading into the unknown. Let yourself imagine being on the ship, standing at the prow of the ship. There's water all around you. We are moving through this water, this life force, into something new, something that we have not experienced before. As we move closer and closer, we begin to see a shoreline. Possibility is dawning. And we come to the shore. And we get out on the shore and we see foliage that is unfamiliar to us. We see animals that we have never seen before. And there are wise elders who are waiting to greet us, to see if we are receptive to a higher consciousness, or if we are bringing our old consciousness with us. Imagine that there is some kind of line that you have to cross, and you stand before the line, looking at the new possibilities, the new wisdom, conscious of what you have left behind. And you are being invited to make a conscious choice to step over this line. And in so doing, to open yourself to a higher wisdom. Imagine that you step over the line. And as you do, a wise elder comes to greet you. Let yourself imagine that wise elder. Let your imagination create a picture for you in your mind. Allow yourself to inhale the scent of this new land and this wisdom. Listen. Listen to the words of wisdom that this wise elder has for you about a possibility, about what this new land of consciousness could represent for you. Just listen in the silence. And then let yourself imagine incorporating that wisdom into yourself, into your way of being in the world. Imagine for yourself a life that incorporates this wisdom, that is so much more expansive than anything you have known. And then with a heart full of gratitude and awe, let's return to this place in our awareness, this room where we celebrate together. And let's move into song as Victor shares an original song that has to do with exploring.
I'm a lost storyteller. I've been wounded and scarred. Walked through rings of fire, felt the cold rain fall so hard. I'm a lost storyteller, bearing visions and dreams. The world that I see around me, it is not what it seems. The only thing that is real is what's in your heart. You're the only one who can play your part. There's no tomorrow, no yesterday. There is only right now. Go find your way. Go find your way. I'm a lost storyteller. I've been broken and blue. I've been beaten and battered till my spirit shone through. I'm a lost storyteller. I got nothing to hide. Strip away the illusion. I'll show you what's deep inside. The only thing that is real is what's in your heart. You're the only one who can play your part. There's no tomorrow, no yesterday. There is only right now. Go find your way. Go find your way. I'm a lost storyteller. I got no fortune or fame. I'm a vagabond, dharma bum. No one knows my name. I'm a lost storyteller, drifting out to sea. Sometimes we wash up on islands steeped in mystery. The only thing that is real is what's in your heart. You're the only one who can play your part. There's no tomorrow, no yesterday. There is only right now. Go find your way. Go find your way. Go find your way.
Oh, such a beautiful song. Thank you, Victor. I I love the lyrics you write. You're such a poet. And it's song after song. They just astonish me with their beauty. Thank you. So today we have a special treat. We have our own Reverend Dick Wolgamott is going to be speaking. And he's going to be talking about us as explorers and exploring new inner consciousness and taking the challenges that we're all facing right now as tools for inner consciousness. So I'm really excited to hear what he has to say. Reverend Dick is someone who is really a role model for me. He has so much wisdom, and this man just celebrated this week his 84th birthday, so happy birthday. And I say that because at 84, he's just 2 years younger than my mom, but they're generations apart in consciousness. And he's the kind of person I aspire to be as I get older. And I think it's so important for all of us because we've grown up with ideas of, old and decrepit and falling apart, and that doesn't have to be. He's such a model of what can be. So let's welcome Reverend Dick Wolgamott.
Well, good morning and greetings from Washington. Through the miracle of technology, I can places at the same time. But seriously, it's good to be at least virtually back in Bend for a while with you this morning. Well, if you're like me, you've had a surge of mail recently, junk mail, urging you to take advantage of the Columbus Day sales. Well, Columbus isn't very popular these days, but I think the merchants must need something to keep our attention between Labor Day and Halloween. Actually, Columbus was only one of many European explorers that about 500 years ago decided to leave the comfort of home and stretch out into unknown waters to see what they could discover. It seemed to be a time in history when people needed to move out and discover something new, to explore beyond known boundaries. And life does seem to work in cycles, kind of like that. There seems to be a time when we do kick back and relax and enjoy ourselves. And then there's a time when we leave our comfort zone and we want to express our capabilities and discover some new possibilities in life. I think most of us have experienced life that way. What I want to suggest to you is that it's not only true of us as individuals, but it's also true of us as a people, of nations, and even our whole planet. You're certainly aware that now is one of those times when we're not allowed to sit back and enjoy our comfort zone. We live times of recent memory, and there are basically two ways that people respond to challenge. One is to bemoan the situation and to long for the time when it'll all be over, and to sit back and suffer while you're waiting. The other approach is to see these disruptions as a stimulus to draw out our creative powers, and thus the challenges become like stair steps that we mount to new heights. Challenges can become a pathway to new growth. In fact, many would say that without challenges, very little growth would occur. So we may not like having to deal with the challenges of life, but they can be a blessing in disguise. Well, as I said, I can't remember a time in my life when things have been so disrupted as they are now. The pandemic has created health and economic problems. Climate change has brought an excessive amount of fires, hurricanes, and floods. And various tensions among race and religion and other types of distinctions are almost at an all-time high. To top it off, politics in America has never been as polarized and as ugly as it is now. The mechanisms that we typically might use to solve our national problems don't seem to be working. Clearly, the universe is getting our attention. So it's time for us to wake up. There needs to be some changes in how we function in life if we're going to endure. The existing ways of operation simply cannot be sustained. So what can we do about it? You're familiar with the quote, no doubt, from Einstein that says, "You can't solve a problem by addressing it from the same level of understanding that created it. You must rise up to a higher consciousness and utilize that wisdom to create a solution." So it's not enough for us to just create some new laws or add an additional social program and expect that suddenly all will be well in our country. To say it another way, you can't legislate morality. You've got to change the hearts and minds of people if you're going to have meaningful change. A good example of this is the fact that in 1964, significant civil rights legislation was passed in our country. Now, some 56 years later, we not only have prejudice continuing, but we have systematic prejudice. Politically correct is never enough. The key element, then, seems to be to change the consciousness of society as a whole, and that's where we as Unity students can come in, because our 5 principles articulate the differences that we need to make in order for society to become sustainable. We know what needs to happen, and that's why we are here. It's no accident that we're here. We choose to incarnate in these troubled times. You and I are called to be points of light that can lead society through the challenges to a better tomorrow. As Jesus put it, you are the light of the world. Men do not light a lamp and put it under a bushel. Instead, they put it on a lampstand that it might give light to the entire house. So like the explorers of Columbus's day, this is a moment in history when we are called to move beyond our comfort zone to help create new ways of living. So let's look at some of the challenges that are being thrust upon us and see if we can't get the message that the universe is communicating. First, I think the pandemic is saying to us, we are one. The virus makes no distinction based upon religion, race, gender, economic status, or any other distinction that we might make. If you're human and you're exposed to the virus, you will become infected. And there's no place on earth you can go to escape it. So just as we cannot escape the virus because it's all around us, so we cannot escape people who have a different understanding of life than we do. In the past, when you were faced with people that you didn't like, You simply pushed them away through judgment and isolation and separation. And I suppose there was a time when people thought the earth was flat. If you didn't like somebody, you could just keep pushing them away, and eventually maybe they'd fall off the edge into oblivion. But we don't live on a flat earth, as you well know. Our planet is a sphere. And literally, if we try to just push people away, sooner or later, they come around back the other side. It's long past time for us to accept that we are one human family. And instead of being afraid of people who might be a little different from us, we should see our distinctions as a gift that offers possibilities that we could never get if we all were exactly the same. Unity in diversity is literally a gift of creation, and the pandemic has made this abundantly clear. The second thing that impresses me is climate change, and it's demonstrating beyond doubt that we are all interconnected. The actions that are taken in one part of the planet impact the whole planet. You may recall, for example, last month when we were struggling with smoke from fires in our areas, that smoke went not only as far as the east coast of the United States, but all the way to Europe. And we're also told that the sands of the Sierra are lifted by the winds and deposited on the ice of the Arctic. And when it comes to financial disruptions, this thing we call the economy is not a national concept, but a worldwide phenomenon. There's really no such thing as a rugged individualist anymore, or an isolated nation. All of us are interconnected, no matter what role we fill. And really, our human bodies should have taught us this a long time ago. Look at our bodies. They're made up literally of trillions of cells. Some are blood, some are muscle, some are bone, and so forth. But all of these cells work together for the benefit of the whole. And any change in any part of the body, all of the cells work together to compensate and adjust for that change. And when cells get to the point where they ignore that relationship and they try to grow on their own without consideration for those around them, we call that cancer. The message is clear. We are interconnected, and what we do or don't do influences others and influences the whole planetary environment. Selfish existence, then, is no longer a sustainable value. It must be replaced by simple human kindness. The third thing that impresses me is the political strife in our country. And for me, it demonstrates that none of us have all the answers. Because unless we work together and share our understandings, we won't get anything done. I would invite you to ask yourself, what monumental legislation and significant political change to benefit the country has taken place in the last few years that we've experienced this political polarization? I'll give you a hint. There aren't very many. We don't solve problems by trying to be powerful and dominate others. We solve problems by learning how to cooperate for the common good. some would suggest that this approach to life of creating power and then being able to dominate others goes all the way back to Darwin and his discoveries of evolution. You may remember that Darwin decided that species evolve when they respond to environmental change. And he went on to say the ones that successfully evolve are the strongest. And he called the survival of the fittest. Well, modern science has confirmed evolution in general, that indeed species do evolve in response to environmental change. But it is not the strongest that successfully evolve. It is the species who are willing to learn how to cooperate with other species, to combine their strengths and put them together to solve the problems. And what's true of biological life is true also of human relationships. Said another way, we don't get it done by trying to become the biggest kid on the block. Cooperation, not competition, is the answer. Because no matter how strong we are, no matter how smart we think we are, none of us has all the answers and all the resources to sustain complex life. We literally need each other if we're going to survive. It's not an option. We must learn how to get along. Competition must be replaced by cooperation. So the lessons of the universe seem to be that there are three clear shifts of human consciousness that need to take place. To move from fear and judgment to acceptance of others who might be different from us. To move from selfish actions to simple human kindness towards others. And to move from a sense of power-hungry domination to a cooperative approach to problem solving. Now, I know all that sounds so ordinary and so basic, almost trite. But as you well know, these kind of virtues are often spoken, but very seldom practiced. Political correction is not enough. And the solutions we're looking for will not be brought about by some powerful new leader who has the approach that we need, nor will it be solved by some divine intermediary that somehow emerges and rescues humanity. The solutions we're looking for will not be a top-down approach, but a bottom-up effort. And that's why we, and others like us, are so important. We are the lights of the world. It is our embodiment and our demonstration that will enable the change we want to see. We're not victims of these challenging times, difficult though they may be. We are instead given the opportunity to be creators. And I'm sure you realize that any external act on our part that anybody ever takes starts with an idea and a consciousness within that's expressed externally. So we cannot expect positive change until positive values become the rule and not the exception. I can't tell you exactly what kind of external actions you will express to do your part to be the light of the world. But I can tell you that if you commit to making these three values an intentional part of your consciousness. And you bring that energy to every human encounter that you have, that you will be led to appropriate opportunities for service. You're not here by accident. Each of us is unique and has a purpose to fill. And make no mistake about it, a seemingly simple act on your part can have a major difference. Even though you may not be the one that saves the world, you might indeed trigger something in the life of another who can. As you let your light shine, you see, you call forth the light in others. I'd like to say that again because I think it's so critical. As you allow your light to shine, you call forth the light in others. So instead of suffering and waiting for the challenging times to come to an end and for us to be back to normal, this is a time for us to do our part to help create a new normal, one that's sustainable and makes sense for all of us. Acceptance of others, kindness, and cooperation. 3 simple tools that we must use to discover the new possibilities that our world needs at this time. We are the ones we've been waiting for, not someone else. Us. We are the ones. So let's get to it.
Build me mountain from a little hill. Gonna build me a mountain, least I hope I will. Gonna build me a mountain, gonna build it high. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try. Gonna build a daydream from a little hope. Gonna push that daydream right up the mountain slope. Gonna build me a daydream, gonna see it through. I'll build a mountain and a daydream, I'm gonna make them both come true. Gonna build me a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build me a heaven, and I know darn well, if I build that mountain with a lot of care, and put my daydream on my mountain, then heaven will be waiting there. Build that mountain, Dave. Gonna build me a smile from a little frown. I'm gonna stand up tall when they knock me down. Gonna keep on smiling, they can't take that away. Keep my smile and my sunshine, working for a bright new day. Gonna build me a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build me a mountain, least I hope I will. Gonna build me a mountain, gonna build it high, yeah. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try. Yeah, don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna build me a mountain.
Wow. That was amazing. That was so much fun. And Reverend Dick, oh my goodness, that was really inspiring. That was helpful to me, and I so appreciate your words of wisdom. And if you appreciate his words as well, you can get some more of it by participating in the Christian Scriptures overview that starts tomorrow at noon. It's a 6 weeks class, and Reverend Dick is teaching it. So I hope that you will sign up for that if you're available. People who are on the path for ministry want to take that class, but anybody can benefit from it. So please consider that. Also tonight, we have Donna Benjamin is going to be doing the health and wellness piece on the prayer as, what is it called? Prayer as self-care and generosity. I just love that title. And I have to say that Donna Benjamin, her prayers are so beautiful and expansive. I love when she's in one of my classes and I just say, Donna, would you lead the prayer? She's just beautiful in the way she prays, so I know you're going to have a great experience if you sign up for that. And you just go to the website and you can see the Zoom link listed there to get on the class. And that's just from 6:30 to 7:30 tonight. We have other classes that are happening. There's going to be, on the 25th, we have a guest speaker from North Carolina, and she's going to be leading a workshop on discovering your purpose, and then we'll have a class that's going to be starting on discerning your purpose that I'm teaching. And Tarika Leah, who is part of our tribe from Hawaii, she is teaching Ho'oponopono, and she's going to get really into the depth of that class. It's going to be so powerful. So she's offering that both on Sunday and on Wednesday so that people have more opportunities to participate. So we have some great classes. I hope you will participate in them because it's a way to stay connected as well as to grow in your consciousness. And make sure that you're paying attention to our newsletter because that's where we're communicating what is happening. And I think that's all the news that I have, except for join the Zoom right after this. Reverend Tam has gone home to be there in time. So if it's not ready exactly when we end, just sit there and wait, and she'll let you in. It's right in the stream, and you don't actually need a password the way she set it up. So you just have to click on that link and just wait in the waiting room, and she'll let you in, and you'll get to see your friends. And I know Reverend Dick said that he would be there. So. Hopefully that is true, and you'll get to say hi to him over in Bainbridge Island. So it's time for giving. This is such a beautiful community, and I know, like me, your hearts break that we can't all be together, but we still can shine our light, as Reverend Dick talked about. We still can reach out into our community and bless our community. The last quarter, you know how we vote for the organizations that we're going to share our tithe with, and we do a 1% of everything we take in for the quarter. And so for the third quarter, we gave it to The Loft, which is an organization that supports homeless teens. And so we were able to give them $402 this month. We just sent the check for them. So we are so privileged to be able to reach out into our community and help others. And it's because of your giving that that becomes possible. This coming quarter that we're in right now, the 1% is going to go to Grandma's House, an organization that's been around here in Central Oregon for quite a while that takes in teens who are pregnant and gives them a nurturing experience so that their babies can grow in utero in a positive environment, and they get support when the babies come into the world. So it was started by someone who wanted to be a grandma and now is. So when you give, know that you're also supporting that organization. There are so many ways for us to shine our light, and your generosity is making it possible. So text your donation, write your check and mail it, however works for you to do it. You can get on our website and you can pay with the credit card that way if that's easier. But please take a moment now and give our gifts. And let's sing together how blessed we are.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
I wish we had somebody to help us sing this now.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
So let's take those gifts in a virtual basket and let's say together, from the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And let's end with the prayer of protection. Please say after me, the light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Because I am. Let's take it to song.
The light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Because I am. I Wherever I am, God is, because I